Spider-Man Brand New Day, I think everyone's looking forward to that, is the first MCU film to center on classic elements of Spidey. Okay, so let's get into it. This story from Empire. I love Empire magazine. They're decent.
Yeah, until they went TDS.
A little too much there. But Alan, give it to me.
All right. Spider-Man Brand New Day will push Tom Holland's Peter Parker into a much more classic version of the character. A lonely street-level hero swinging through New York after the events of Spider-Man No Way Home. With the world forgetting who Peter is, including MJ, he's now isolated and living a stripped-down existence far removed from the high-tech Avengers world. According to Kevin Feige, the film focuses heavily on the traditional Spider-Man formula fans know from the comics. Peter is living in a cramped apartment, listening to police scanners, and trying to responsibly help people as New York's friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Director Destin Daniel Cretton says the story explores Peter throwing himself entirely into being Spider-Man after suffering major losses, including Aunt May and Tony Stark. The film examines grief and emotional isolation, and Peter using nonstop work as an unhealthy coping mechanism while dealing with strange new changes to his powers. Amy Pascal describes Brand New Day as more emotionally driven Spider-Man movie rather than focusing on multiverse chaos or world-ending stakes. The film aims to dive deeper into Peter Parker's inner life, still delivering the big action and spectacle audiences expect for a Spider-Man blockbuster.
Well, they've already ahead of the game, in my opinion, based on the costume. The costume is classic Spidey that I remember from the early comics and the cartoon. That cartoon, the classic Spider-Man cartoon with its cool jazz score, like that's really cemented Spider-Man as one of the all-time greats. And now he is without a doubt the number one superhero character is Spider-Man. More than Superman, more than Batman, more than, and you know this from licensing. Spider-Man licensed products bring in more money than any superhero. Second is Batman, but he's like even like down here, right? So, and what's great about that cartoon, they used rotoscoping. They hired a gymnast to do these poses, you know, the swing poses, the jumping and landing on ledges and crouching, the climbing up a wall. Those were all those, you know, elements were all shot of a gymnast, and then they animated over it. That's why it had this sort of real feel to it. Then they went to like limited animation where only the mouth moves when he talks, which is kind of cheesy, but those Spider-Man like swinging and jumping on buildings and you know, like all of that was done with a gymnast. That's how they're so good. In fact, you know, that kind of comes from the Marvel way. Stan Lee would come in and he would act out the drama of whatever happened to the Fantastic Four. And he would act it out very Shakespearean. Jack Kirby would look and go, okay, I got the story. He'd go and draw it, and then Stan would fill in the bubbles. I love stories of how they created this method to actually crank out so many comics, like with consistency. I mean, I love that. I love it. So,
yeah, no, I like going back to the classic Spider-Man. Classic being, you know, he's at least in the comics for a very long time. He was a high school student who, you know, by day was Peter Parker, by night was Spider-Man, and the stakes were low. No, the stakes were big, but they were local, and I'm hoping that's the direction they go in. Because The Breadwinner is produced by Sony. We got a really good trailer for Spider-Man.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I don't think they've published that one yet, but go see The Breadwinner if you want to see the new Spider-Man trailer.